Okay, hi students. So now let's look at our mixed tenses exercise 2. Okay, you're in your grammar book as well. If you haven't watched the first video, mixed tenses exercise 1, please watch that first before what you watch this. Okay, you need to follow the sequence. Start from exercise 1 to then 3. Okay, so mixed tenses exercise 2, this is passive tenses exercise. Okay, so all the questions are in passive form. So let's look at number 1. If my sister's room what completely, my mother will take her to the park. Okay, so your keyword here, no matter is it a passive voice or active voice sentence, when we are doing tenses, we need to look for the keywords. Okay, first thing that we need to do is look for the keywords first. Okay, so you see, when you see if, you do not have to think more. It is definitely if conditional, but which type is it? You need to look at the verb. Okay, so in your second part of the sentence, my mother will take her to the park. Okay, you have your verb here, will take. Will plus original verb. Okay, when you see will plus original verb, you should know that this should be if conditional, likely. Okay, likely. Will plus original verb. Another part should be simple present tense. Okay, this question, if my sister's room what completely? So this room cannot clean itself, it should be cleaned by someone. So it is a passive sentence. Okay, simple present tense. Just now we know that it should be simple present tense because of will original verb. Simple present tense in passive form. Your answer should be is MR plus PP. Okay, is MR, we choose is because of my sister's room, only one room without S, so we use is. Is plus PP, clean PP at ED. So my sister's room is clean. Okay, next one, number 2, bicycles, what widely, what in this city instead of public transport. So in this sentence, you have no time. There's no time given. Okay, as I told you in the previous video, if there's no time given, you should know that this should either be present perfect tense or simple present tense. Okay, whether to see whether it is a fact, a statement, or like it is talking about an action which has been done. Okay, so in this sentence, bicycle what widely what in this city instead of public transport. It is something like you're just telling someone about something, you are just describing something, describing the usage of bicycles. So it should be simple present tense. Okay, simple present tense, passive voice, because bicycle cannot use itself, it should be used by someone. So bicycles, what use? It should be a passive sentence. Simple present tense, passive voice, the format should be is MR plus PP. Okay, so bicycles, you have S here. We should use is MR, we should choose R because of the S there, plural. So bicycles are widely, our PP is MR plus PP. PP is used, USE plus D. Okay, so your answer is are used. Are used. Okay, simple present tense. Next one, number 3. For the past few days, I had to work in Jack's office because mine what redecorate at the moment. So this sentence, it is a very tricky question. You need to be very careful. So you see, you have keyword. Okay, the first keyword that we can find is at the moment. Okay, but we also have for the past few days, and you also have a past tense verb. So which one should we follow? If the keyword is at the moment it should be present continuous tense, right? But if you have for the past few days I had to work verb like this, then it should be either past perfect continuous tense or past perfect tense or maybe past tense. So which one should we follow? In this case, you see, the part of the sentence here, for the past few days I had to work in Jack's office. Okay, so for the past few days, this time is for the verb here, had to work. You have to use this verb, have the tense of this word is being affected by the keyword here. Okay, for the past few days, then this one is past tense. But then we have two clause. Clause means shorter sentence. We have two clause here. One is for the past few days until office. Another one is mine what at the moment. So you need to be very careful. Since here we have another time at the moment, and our question, our blank is here in the second clause. It means that your answer should be, you should choose your tense according to your keyword here in the same clause, mine what at the moment. Okay, so you should look at this at the moment, not for the past few days. Okay, so your answer should be mine at the moment, present continuous tense. So your answer should be is MR, present continuous tense passive voice, is MR plus being plus PP. So mine. Mine here refers to my office, one office only. So it should be is. We should choose is. Being PP, redecorated. Okay, is being redecorated. PP. Okay, so number 4. So when you have questions like this, like number 3, you should be very careful. You should look at your verb. Okay, it is in that your blank in that clause, which one is your keyword. You need to be very careful when you see questions like this. Okay, so number 4, breakfast what not served in this hotel before 7 a.m. Okay, this question is also a very tricky question. Okay, you see, when you see this question, I believe that most of you will think that your keyword should be before 7 a.m. right? You have before. Okay, before 7 a.m. Okay, why? We have before, so maybe it is perfect tenses. Okay, which one is it? Okay, but you need to be very careful. You see, breakfast what in this hotel before 7 a.m. It is talking about the rules in this hotel, right? This hotel, usually what happened in this hotel, what is the rules of this hotel? Okay, what time will the breakfast be served in this hotel? So it is actually talking about a rule that will happen every day, right? That will happen every day, because this hotel, they will not serve breakfast before 7 a.m. So it is a rules that they have fixed for their hotel, and it will happen every day. So this question, it should be what tense? It should be simple present tense, not any other perfect tenses or what. Okay, before 7 a.m. is actually not your keyword. Okay, so this sentence is actually, they are describing their rules. They're telling you their rules. Okay, in our hotel, we won't, the breakfast in our hotel is not served before 7 a.m. Okay, so your answer should be simple present tense. Okay, simple present tense passive form is MR plus PP. So breakfast is one breakfast only, singular breakfast. We cannot count, so we should use singular verb. So isn't or is not served, PP at D. So breakfast isn't served in this hotel before 7 a.m. Okay, so next one, number 5. If her brother would ask to buy her a purse, it what for her? So in this sentence, our keyword, first keyword, if. Okay, second keyword, we should look for verb. Okay, your verb is here, were asked. Were asked is past tense, simple past tense, right? Passive form of simple past tense, was, were plus PP. So you have if and past tense verb. Oh yeah, another question, why is this her brother singular? Why we use were, not was? Okay, please remember, if conditional unlikely, we won't see was in the sentence, only were. Okay, so if her brother were asked past tense, simple past tense. Another part should be would plus original verb. Okay, in passive form, would be original verb. Okay, so It refers to the purse. Okay, purse cannot buy itself. It must be bought by someone. So it should be a passive form, passive sentence. Your answer should be would be PP. Sorry, just now I mentioned that it should be would be original verb, right? Sorry, that is wrong. It should be would be PP. Okay, so it would be PP, would be buy PP, same as past tense, bought. Okay, it would be bought for her. It would be bought by her brother for her. Okay, so your answer here would be bought. I shouldn't be highlighted. Okay, next one, number 6. The new bridge, what at that moment? Okay, this question is very straightforward. At that moment. Okay, at that very specific time in the past. So at that moment, it should be past continuous tense. Past continuous tense. The bridge must be built by somebody. So it should be passive voice, past continuous tense, passive, was, were, being, verb, ing. So new bridge, one bridge, we use was, being, was, were, being, pp, not verb ing. Was, were, being, pp. Okay, build, pp, built. Okay, was being built. Or pp. 7. The competition, what organized in South Korea for the first time in 2018. So your keyword here is for the first time in 2018. Okay, for the first time in 2018, this should be past tense. Okay, so in 2018 is in the past because now we are in 2020. Okay, so it should be a past tense. Okay, past tense, your answer should be past tense. So augur, past tense verb, passive voice, passive form, the competition organized by someone. Passive form, past tense, was, were, pp. Okay, here we choose was because competition, one competition only, so was organized, pp. Your answer was organized. Okay, next one. Number 8. Your drinks, what to you in a minute? Please wait. Okay, your keyword here is in a minute. Okay, in a minute here, the meaning of in a minute is not in 1 minute. 1 minute later, your drink will be here. In a minute is something like in a while. Okay, your drinks will be here in a while. For a while, then your drinks will be here. So it should be future tense, simple future tense. Simple future tense, your drinks cannot serve by itself. It must be served by someone. Drinks cannot serve itself, right? So served by someone, so it should be passive voice. So your drinks, passive voice, future tense, simple future tense. Our format is will be pp. Okay, so your answer should be will be served. Okay, will be pp. pp is served at D. Okay, next one, number 9. The door, what, not open for at least 20 years. Okay, your keyword here is for at least 20 years. Okay, for at least 20 years. Okay, when you see question like this, for at least 20 years, usually when you see duration, you will think that it should be a present or past perfect continuous tense, right? But since this question, the door cannot open itself, it must be opened by someone, so it should be a passive form. Okay, in passive form, present or past perfect continuous tense, we rarely use present or past perfect continuous tense in passive form. Okay, it is not commonly used when we are talking or when we are writing. Okay, that is why we don't learn that first. We only learn the passive form of present and past perfect tense. So usually even though we have duration like this, but in passive form, we usually choose present perfect or past perfect tense only. We rarely use present or past perfect continuous tense in passive form. Okay, so, and in our exam syllabus this time, we only test present and past perfect passive form. We don't test present perfect and past perfect continuous passive. Okay, so your answer here should be present perfect tense passive form. Okay, so answer should be has not or hasn't been opened. So you just have to remember that when you see questions like this and it is in passive form, your answer should either be present or past perfect only. Okay, it won't be present perfect continuous or past perfect continuous passive. Okay, so the door hasn't been opened for at least 20 years. Okay, because we only have one action in this sentence, so it cannot be past perfect tense. It must be present perfect tense. So hasn't been opened. Okay, next one, number 10. After all the flights, what? The tourists check in at the airport hotel. So your keyword here is after. It shows that you have more than one action and you have sequence. One happened before another. Okay, and another keyword is checked. You have a past tense verb here. So it shows that this action happened first before this one. Action 1 and action 2. So your action 1, since your action 2 is past tense, your action 1 should be past perfect tense or maybe past perfect continuous tense if you have duration. Okay, you do not have any duration here in the sentence, so it should be past perfect tense. Okay, flights cannot cancel itself. Flight must be cancelled by someone, must be cancelled by people. So it should be passive form. So past perfect tense, passive form, your format had been PP. So answer had been cancelled, PP, CANCELLED. Okay, double L, please remember. So had been cancelled. Okay, next one. 11. If the bell had been rung by the postman, the door what by me surely. So your keyword here, first keyword if, and another keyword should be verb, had been rung. Okay, had been rung. Had been plus PP. So this is past perfect tense. Past perfect negative, past perfect passive form. So if conditional, past perfect, it should be impossible. The third type, impossible. Okay, if it is impossible, past perfect tense, another part it should be have, would have, PP, right, for active. For passive, it should be would have been, PP. Okay, so your answer here, the door, by, you have by here, it shows that it is a passive form. So your answer should be would have been open. Would have been open. Open by me. Okay, would have been PP. So this is impossible. If conditional, impossible, passive form. 12. No decision what make on the future of the company up to now. Okay, so your keyword is here, up to now. Okay, please remember this keyword. Up to now means something like until now. Okay, so from, we don't know when, started from a time in the past, but we do not know when, until now, up to now. So it should be, if it is a active sentence, then it should be present perfect continuous tense. Since it is passive form, so it should be present perfect. Present perfect passive. No decision has been made. Okay, up to now, until now, has been made. Okay, has been made. Present perfect tense, passive, has been, PP, has been made. Okay, so that's all for this exercise. Please make sure to check your answer, mark for yourself, highlight the keywords. If you have any other question, feel free to PM me and ask, let me know your question and your doubts. I will try to help you in Messenger. Okay, I'll explain to you again if you do not understand any part. Okay, so yes, just remember to check your answer, take a picture of your work and post in the comment section. Okay, thank you.